I'll be upfront and honest about this. I am 100% underqualified to be talking about this, but I felt like I'd have to address it because it is the biggest story of the day, at least in my opinion. Yeah, Rush Limbaugh passed away from lung cancer. He was diagnosed in January of 2020 and didn't figure he'd make it through the year, but the dude made it 13 months after his diagnosis, and that in and of itself is impressive, sad, but the outpouring of support for his family and his loved ones is terrific, and it cannot be understated how much of a path he blazed for conservative talking heads, for the better and for the worse, but he did it the longest, he did it the best, and Godspeed into the hereafter. I won't be covering any of the negative adultery that has been out there right now. It's been fairly pernicious and quite disgusting. Not unexpected because leftists lack a soul. And I'm not going to get into the proselytizing market by claiming that I'm any sort of a devout religious anything. But if there was somebody who passed that I wasn't politically aligned with, I wouldn't be taking to the streets and starting to cheer like some assholes are right now. Or just taking pot shots from afar. I'd probably wait and crack my jokes at a later date. And I'm sure probably through the course of this video I'll be cracking a few jokes as well. And the only piece of negative attention that we're going to bring up right now is Jessica Valenti. Yeah, this bitch just posted a cell phone earlier today thinking that really are going to stick it to those Rush fans who are, in a state of mourning. Because, I've got a little cute quip. The reason you might know the name or it might ring a bell is because she was one of those Guardian article opinion whores writing books about, isn't feminism great and why you shouldn't have kids? And now she's 42 years old with some fucking beta bitch for a husband. And guess what? She broke down and had one kid. Time's a bitch and that wall's undefeated. Feminism was established so as to allow unattractive women easier access to the mainstream society. Quote by Rush Limbaugh. And as she says there, without fail, men retweeting this with, "Where's the lie?" resemble gangrenous thumbs. Putting that journalism degree to good work there by singing gangrenous. But that quote there is perfect. Rush was saying shit like that for a long time, taking heat for it. What I most remember him from, wherever I hear the name brought up, he was going to buy from Stan Kroenke, I think, the St. Louis Rams in the early 2010s or late 2000s, and everybody and their mother pressured the owner of the St. Louis Rams to not sell them to Rush because, born and raised in Missouri, there's been a glorious outpouring of support from major Missouri litigators and public figures there. So it only made sense. And if he would have bought the team, St. Louis Rams would still be the St. Louis Rams. So he was one of the early targets of cancel culture, and they couldn't do it. He made his own platform, the Excellence in Broadcasting, a radio network. He was a legend. And he deserved all the adoration he's getting right now and all the appreciation he got towards the end of his life. It's a sad state. Made it to the ripe old age of 70. He still had a lot of fight left in him, except for that Big C really doesn't take any favorites. It's a very unbiased reaper. But yeah, there's a very great comprehensive article that runs down all of the main points, all the big highlights of Rush's career. And I'll link to it as well. I won't go over point by point because if you guys know of Rush, were a fan of him, probably have a much more vast treasure trove of information on him than I do. All I know is he made it possible for conservatives to have a platform to talk, to blaze that trail in order for people on the right to fight back effectively. And yeah, like I've said before, a little bit earlier, that the outpouring of support has been terrific, and the only one that we're going to read is, of course, Trump gave him the Presidential Medal of Freedom during the State of the Union address in 2020, and started out as a little bit of a detractor of Trump in the 2015 primaries, but eventually warmed up to him and became one of his most fervent supporters. And it's a really nice statement, a very nice statement, actually. The best statement, everybody agrees. The great Rush Limbaugh has passed away to a better place, free from physical pain and hostility. His honor, courage, strength, and loyalty will never be replaced. Rush was a patriot, a defender of liberty, and someone who believed in all of the greatness of our country stands for. Rush was a friend to myself and millions of Americans, a guiding light with the ability to see the truth and paint vivid pictures over the airwaves. Melania and I express our deepest condolences to his wonderful wife, Catherine, his family, and to his dedicated fans. He will be missed greatly. beautiful and right to the point. And like I said, he may or may not have been my cup of tea. I never really gave him a fair shake. All I know is I'm grateful for what he has done. I'm grateful for how long he did it and how he was honest and uncompromising in his beliefs. People like that don't come along very often, so you got to celebrate them when you have the opportunity to. So yeah, that was just a little quick one, and I thought it was important to address this and to bring it up to more people if you're unaware of the situation. With that said, guys, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.